within the compound now. Aging silver pellet. Hopefully no new trees down. Cleared one off the road here. Big birch. Had to move out of the way so nobody smucked it with their car. Like right there. That's a good smucking if you smuck that thing. Ooh, that's hot, 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 hot. I might take a little break before I start. Give myself about 10 minutes. Bring it to 12:30. Start the time. Oh, you start. Oh, gotta watch it. Little Dukes of Hazzard. Alright, got my shovel. I'm gonna see if I can take care of those today. Because of that. Because of that. And then I'm gonna stop the silver pellet right here. Why is that like that? I'm gonna stop the silver pellet like that. So should be here for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to plan out how to do that tree that's across the road down there. It's a big problem. It's like 10 acres here. I don't cut all 10 acres, I only cut those spots. I used to do all of that. It used to look like a park in here. I used to do the entire, it'd take us 2 days just to do this property and 2 days to do the other property. 2 guys. It's been, yeah, we had that all clear. And then the daughter and her husband, they just want to let it naturalize, so they're not going to bother clearing it out. It's kind of too bad, but you know, it's like makes more sense anyway. Because that was a lot of work to get in there, because we'd have to use the bagger in there, pick up all the sticks first. It was usually 2 days. Take us a month to rake all this out in the spring. 2 guys raking and dumping. 2 gators go just raking and dumping. Yeah. So I kind of miss it the way it was though, because it was something to see. It was just like, wow. Like a lot of the neighbors would come here just to walk their dogs and stuff like that. So it's like kind of neat. But it is what it is. So yeah, this is quite a nice property. But anyway, yeah. So my goals for the end of the month. I mean, I got it thrown for a little bit of a loop with the brake thing. So I have the brakes, but like I attempted it, guys, and it was just like, I know what I'm getting myself into, because after doing enough, I hate doing brake jobs. Well, I wouldn't care if I had the tools in the garage to work in, and a spare vehicle to to run in the meantime. But when you don't have that stuff, you know, like it really it becomes like mission impossible. Like it takes you like a month just to pound the rotors off. And sometimes the rotors come off in 5 minutes, and other times it's like my Ram, there was like just the 2 back rotors just wouldn't come off. It was just pounding on it, with daily pounding on it. Like I just couldn't get them to come off until they finally broke loose. But what a pain in the ass that was. And my truck was down for almost 3 weeks like that, you know. And everyone's like, hurry up and get your truck fixed. I hate it when people say that, because it's like, if you have any idea what mechanic work is like when you don't have proper mechanics tools, I'm telling you, it's hateful. It is hateful. So if I can get the brakes changed on this, I'll be happy. By the end of the month, and then I can maybe next month get the rear brakes and the emergency brake and all that stuff done. I'd like to get all that done too, because see, I can't even move that thing. Almost afraid to move it too much, because I want to probably replace all the cables. Cables are probably like 20 years old. I mean, it's a 20-year-old vehicle, right? So 2004 or so. But if everything goes according to plan, I might even have a little bit of disposable income by the end of the month to do something fun, you know what I mean? Other than just working and bills and bills and bills. So yeah, I got some plans of stuff to do. But like, there's a lot of things I want to do that, you know, require money too that I can't do because I don't have the money. But, you know, I'm going to take the canoes out. Like, take my nephew out on the canoe. Maybe not when it's so hot. But take the canoes out. Then, you know, do a bit of rollerblading, do the skateboard thing. Get some of that footage too. That's a lot of fun. Get the downhill skateboard. I'd like to get that this year if I can. As soon as I can get some isolation headphones, I could start getting back to my recording with the drums. Usually the recording is something I do more in the fall and the winter. You know, like right now it's so busy. Like I'm writing songs. I'm constantly writing songs. But I would like to get a gig, a paying gig somewhere. You know, like it does two things. Number one, it makes me a little bit of extra money. And B, it gives me a night out. You know, like it gets to the point where you get so used to not spending money on anything that it's like you're almost afraid to spend money. Like when my grandmother used to say like $2 was a lot of money because she grew up in the Great Depression, right? So $2 was a lot of money. Even to the, you know, at 87 years old, she was still $2 a lot of money. You know what I mean? You know, like my aunts and uncles would be like, just buy this. You need this. Well, that's $2. Like, it's a lot of money. You know, they didn't spend money unless they had to. You know, because it was so hard to get. And we're kind of working into that kind of realm again, right? So it's like, yeah, pretty soon people like, you know, like the stigma, you know, like say like back in the 90s of being living at home with your parents. You know, it was just kind of like you had to be independent early on. You know, like I moved out when I was 15. Moved back again for a little bit. Moved out again when I was 18. You know, it took me a couple of goes to, you know, to make it go. Then I moved back again. You know, when I was like 26 or something like that. And then, you know, another year I was out and whatever. And then I moved back again in 2008 and whatever. And it wasn't because I couldn't afford it. Now, mind you, if I would have been in town in 2020, yeah, I would have been homeless for sure. You know what I mean? But now it's like people are staying at home longer because they have no choice. You know what I mean? Like $1,800 a month for a crappy apartment, plus bills. Like, people, I keep hearing like, oh, the average income of people is like $50,000-$60,000 a year. I'm like, I don't know anybody that makes that. Hardly anybody that makes that money. I know a few people, but it's almost only government workers that make that, and maybe the odd business owner. Most people are making money like, you know, probably below. I think it's probably more like 15 to 20,000. You know, it's just when they take all the high earners and the people that earn next to nothing and add them all together, the people that are making ridiculous money make it look like the average person's making 35, 40 grand a year, 60 grand a year. They're not. The average person is not. It's only a small percentage of people that are making good, you know, good money, right? But anyway, I'm gonna get to it because it is now 12:30. Now my keys are there, and I'm not gonna lose the keys. Anyway.